Yes. Hi, everyone. Um, I'm just sitting here. I wanted to come to you guys. It is 12 midnight and talk about something that happened to me with the guy I was dating who was abusive. Now, this was only into the second steps of him eventually tormenting me verbally, physically, emotionally, financially abusing me. The first few steps were, constantly calling me, text messages. I'd have like 40 text messages, 20 missed calls, fucking 30 voicemails. The second step of his mastermind, I was going out with people I hung out with, and somebody bought me a drink. And it was somebody I worked with, and he was standing by my boyfriend. I noticed my boyfriend reached over. I didn't think anything of it. So then I drink it. I took a sip of it, and then all of a sudden I wasn't feeling good. So then I noticed that he gets up, and I leave because I notice he left out. The people I came with, this is how you know people are fucking grimy. And this is why I can't fucking trust a motherfucker from the Northeast. Because they grimy as fuck. And this is how you know. So they left. They left me in the bar. They like skeeted off. Or skirted off. Skeeted. They skirted off. And so my boyfriend was there and he was taking other people home. And I was like, yo, let me catch a ride with y'all. So I don't, at the time, I don't really think people knew that we were together. Um, and there was a sergeant that I didn't realize was still there. And so he's taking these people home and he drops me off last. And as we're driving, I start having an allergic reaction because I start freaking out and hyperventilating. And it didn't go into anaphylaxis, but it was the beginning of an allergic reaction. So sometimes your allergic reaction can be diarrhea, vomiting, cramping, things of that nature. Itchy skin, hives, itchy, burning ears, watering, burning eyes and nose. So this was the beginning of an allergic reaction. And I started vomiting like it was like The Exorcist. I literally hung my head out the window. I was like, oh fuck, I think I'm gonna be sick. So I hung my head out the window and I started vomiting. And I'm vomiting and vomiting and vomiting. And finally he gets me home. We go in my house And mind you, this was while I was in the military in upstate New York. So we get into my house. I have to pee. I sit down on the toilet. I take my stuff off. I sit down on the toilet. I go pee. And then I'm like passing out on the fucking toilet. And he's like shaking me awake. He's like, no, you gotta get in the shower. You gotta get in the shower. You gotta get in the shower. Let me remind you, this is the same motherfucker who put the roofie in my drink. All right? This is how sadistic this motherfucker was. So he turns on the shower and it's fucking cold. Ice fucking cold. So I get up, I piss myself. I literally fucking piss myself. And I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. And he puts me in the shower. He takes my dress off. And everything else was off at this point. So he takes my dress off. And he puts me in the shower. And he's washing me off. And I'm just like, I just want to sit down. I just want to sit down. So I sit down. He's like, no, he's shaking me. He's like, no, you got to get up. He's like, you got to get up. You got to stay awake. So he's calling my name. He's like, you got to wake up. You got to get up. No, you were not sitting here and laying this. You are not taking it. Because I wanted to take a bath too. And he's like, you are not drowning. No, fuck all of that. And eventually, I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he got me. I don't know if I was able to walk or if he picked me up, but he put me in the bed eventually. And after, cleaning me up and whatnot, and I blacked out. Like, that was it. Like, I was passed the fuck out. Unfucking conscious. Unconscious. Unconscious. Than a motherfucker. And excuse my cursing, but it's the only way I could fucking express to you the frustration now that I feel with this whole fucking situation. Like, why the fuck did I not see this? Why the fuck did I not put two and two together? Unconscious, mind you. I wake up the next morning, this motherfucker is gone. I remember bits and pieces of what happened after getting out of the bathroom, but very vaguely. It was not something that I gave consent to. It was not something he should have been doing. It is not something that should have happened. I call him and I say, all right, what happened? Because I don't remember shit. Like, I remember bits and pieces, but I don't really remember shit. I said, I woke up. I was in my bed. I did not have any clothes on. I was fucking sticky. I don't remember anything. He laughs. This motherfucker laughed at me. He laughed at me. Gee, he roofied me. He put me in the fucking shower pretending like he didn't do shit, and then he fucking raped me, G. He raped me. He fucking raped me. And it's fucked up because this was somebody that I trusted. This was somebody who I thought I can see myself with a long time, being with for a long time. And it just was so fucking horrible. It was a living nightmare. It was like if Freddy Krueger was real life. That's what it was. It was if Freddy Krueger was real life. How the fuck am I gonna get out of this? And as I sit and tell this story to other people, I realized that first time that I spoke about it, I said, because I'm hearing other stories from other people, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was fucking roofied and raped by somebody I trusted, G. This is why I always tell you guys, don't trust nobody. It be the ones that be closest to you that will fuck you up the worst. This is why I have trust issues. Because of the stuff that I've gone through, not just as a child, but as a grown ass woman, I have severe trust issues. I do. And it's fucked up because when I try to date somebody, I have to know who this person is, what their background is. And if I see something that I don't like, I fucking hit bricks. I kick rocks. I don't stay around. I fucking beat feet on pavement. I'm not going to stay around for that shit. And let me tell you, a warning sign to all, because this man gave me butterflies. Butterflies is your body's natural response to telling you, beat feet on pavement. Get the fuck away from that. That ain't what you want. That's anxiety. That's fucking anxiety. Butterflies, that feeling of, oh, he or she gives me butterflies, or they give me butterflies. It's not a good thing. It's a trigger mechanism telling you, danger, 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 Will Robinson. Get the fuck up out of there, bitch. That's what that is. So, I wanted to tell this story because I just watched a video of another woman whose friend drank a drink that somebody shoved in her hair, and it was roofied. She was roofied. Luckily, the woman didn't drink it, and she shoved it back in his face and was like, "Why don't you drink it? You're so adamant about me drinking. I don't want it. Why don't you take a sip? Why don't you drink it? Why don't you drink it?" These guys were going to roofie them and rape them. I trust nobody, and it's fucked up to say I don't even trust my own family. But they don't know or get why I don't trust them. A lot of it stems from the shit they've done in past situations. And a lot of it stems, even with just extended family, a lot of it stems from just the stuff that I went through in this very toxic, volatile, sadistic, this man was when you think of American fucking Psycho the movie, this motherfucker is that. No fucking empathetic switch buttons, no sympathetic, no, oh, how is she gonna feel? Just that empathy, that sympathy, that those emotions. This motherfucker was like Dexter on steroids. And the sad thing is, he was scrawny and wouldn't fight a grown ass man, but he'll hit a bitch. He would never fight another grown ass man. He would never fucking do none of the shit he did to me and to other women to a grown ass man. He would never do that shit to a grown ass man. I always knew if I had to get away from him, I would jump in fucking water because he was terrified of fucking water. Fucking Jason shit. This motherfucker was like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, the Leprechaun, and Chucky all rolled in fucking one human being. Oh, and Joker, the Joker, the Joker. If you want to know how my relationship with this person was, go read everything that has to deal with Harley Quinn and the Joker. Literally, that in the flesh. I don't know how the fuck I got sucked up into that shit. Maybe it was because I had a fucked up childhood. I thought I could trust this person. You know, just little shit like that. And that's how it goes. They start off with, oh, I don't want to move too fast, you know, this and that, and they say little sweet shit. They're very charismatic and people like them. Sometimes even love them. Always watch out for those type of people that are loved by everybody. Because those are always the people that your parents warn you about, your aunties, your uncles. They'll warn you about those type of people. Like, be very wary about somebody who always is happy first thing in the morning, who's quiet, and who is loved by everybody, because nobody in the history of humanity has been loved by and adored by every fucking body. You're gonna have somebody that dislikes you and is gonna come into your fucking web page and be like, fuck you, bitch, you're ugly or fat or some shit. You know, you're gonna always have that. I would say maybe for like the Christians, it'd be kind of like if the devil was a human being. I don't know. I don't know what it would be in indigenous culture. I don't know, maybe a skinwalker. Anyway, um, I just thought I had to share. I had to share that with you guys because I've been through a lot of shit, and the recent thing about the residential schools and the unmarked mass graves kind of has triggered me to go back into my night terrors. So now my night terrors about priests fucking kidnapping me and shit. And, you know, family setting me up to get kidnapped by priests. And people that I knew set me up to get kidnapped and shit. So it's like everything now is like all my dreams have been about me being kidnapped, and all I know is in real life, if it ever happened, I know where to stab some fucking body. I know how to bite, kick, scream, eyeballs, anything that's fleshy and squishy. You got to go for it. Um, I know a lot of self defense techniques, so I'm good on that. So, with that being said, don't take drinks from anybody. If you're gonna get a drink, do not leave it unattended. If you're sitting at the table and your friends leave their drinks, put a napkin over their drinks and huddle them around you. If they're not gonna drink it, take it up to the bar and leave it at the bar. Um, because it just taught me a valuable lesson, and to this day I still have trust issues with that. I don't take anything from anybody that's not closed and analyzed. Um, Not even a bottle of water. I have to look at it to make sure nobody punctured a fucking hole in it, because just off the rip, somebody could have did that. And now I kind of understand why my mom would be like, no, she can't have this open pack of bubble gum, because I get it now. I understand. Like, maybe she went through that, and maybe that shit happened to her as a child or a young adult. Not a child, but as a young adult. Um, anyway, I'm rambling and I've got to go because it is late and I'm trying to get some sleep. All right, you guys. Well, I just wanted to share that tidbit with you because I know a lot of you out there have gone through similar situations, and I don't know, maybe this can help you. I'm still alive and breathing, okay? Shit. I have this to remind me. And a butterfly tattoo over a name I shall not name. He who remains nameless. Fucking Voldemort. You gotta love it, He who shall remain nameless. Um, but if you know me, you know who I'm talking about because you've seen this motherfucker's face on my social media. My backup, my Google backups still has his picture in my phone. The last thing I heard was the girl he was cheating on me with threatened me. I was like, you know where I go to school. You know where I live. She thought I was fucking crazy. I'm like, you threatened me, bitch. Come find it. Come find me. I said, don't know where the fuck he is. I don't give a fuck. The last person he was with, that's where he's at. Because the broad called me talking about, you put him in jail, and he told me he's in jail and da da da. I said, the fuck are you talking about? I said, put him in jail. I haven't seen him since 2015. I haven't seen him since this time. And then months later, she was like, he put me through some shit, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay with him. Trying to be my best friend and shit. You get them how you lose them. Let me tell you that much. Because I got him, and then I lost him the same way. And then it happened to her. And she was like, I don't know how you feel. I said, look, lady, whatever you two have going on is none of my fucking business. He is gone. He's dead ass. I'm done with him. Y'all, that's y'all problem now. He for everybody. So she's trying to be my friend. And this was during when I was still in school too. And she was like, I don't know if she was trying to apologize. It was really fucking weird. Like, she tried to be my best friend. And then I had my friend, I was telling a friend of mine at that time that I still had contact with. I was telling her, I was like, it was weird. She called my phone. She didn't call my phone, she messaged me. And I told her, I said, whatever y'all got going on, that's between y'all two. And whatever fucking spiritual realm you believe in. Because that's none of my business anymore. And then the fucker tried to climb through my window one year in October. It was the 5th on a Saturday. I don't remember what year that was, but just know if you look up the 5th of October Saturday, what year was that? What year was Saturday, October 5th? It'll tell you it was that year. The motherfucker tried to climb through my window. And thankfully, I had my shits double fucking locked. This motherfucker, all I heard is, I'm in my living room watching TV. And I hear a rustling sound. And I'm like, well, I fell asleep to the TV on. And I woke up and I was hearing a rustling sound. Because I woke up, I was hearing a rustling sound in my sleep. So I woke up and I'm like, I know that's not a motherfucker doing what I think they do. I go, I hear a motherfucker. I see shadow and I hear a motherfucker trying to open up my window. I said, I screamed out, are you fucking kidding me? Like 3 times, G. 3 times I said this. Motherfucker knocks on my window, G. He knocked on my fucking window. Like, we just didn't go through a fucking shitstorm. You fucking putting your hands on me and then me getting a restraining order on your ass to put you up where the fuck you need to go. You stealing the PlayStation that I put motherfucking money towards. And you climbing in my window some odd years later? My G, it's been over with. What the fuck is comprehend it. So then I'm like, you've got a few fucking seconds to get off my window ledge or I'm fucking, your ass is gonna get shot. Motherfucker jumps off the window ledge. And by the time I opened the motherfucking window, motherfucker was gone like a fucking mouse. I ain't never seen somebody run so fast and be gone and dust be left behind like that. When motherfuckers like over 6 feet tall too, so and them long ass legs. Hit 2 steps and be around the fucking corner. So now any fucking noise that I hear is like, and I think that motherfucker was trying to climb through the window a few times before that. Because I would hear, one night I heard a really loud fucking thud. And when I went to take out the trash the next day, the dumpster was toppled over. Like somebody was trying to move it and fucking couldn't move it and it fell over. And then I would find a goddamn dumpster underneath my damn window. And I'm like, oh no, we're not doing this today. We're not. But I thankfully haven't seen or heard from that motherfucker since. And if I did, that fucking 8 staples to the back of the dome piece would be something else. So, I mean, you know how I fucking feel. You know, I got a whole bunch of shit. A whole bunch of things that I'm just gonna say that I self defense, buddy. Anyway, I'm not copping a plea. Fuck all that. It's self defense. Um, that was actually the first and only time that I had ever called the police over here. Guess what? They never came. Had I shot the motherfucker or seriously caused bodily harm, my dad said I should have lit his ass through the fucking window and then fucked his ass up then. And I'm like, wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking if he got in the window, then yeah. Two taps to the chest, one to the head. You know what I mean? You know. Anyway. Or I would have meat cleavered his fucking ankles. His hands, I don't fucking know his face. But, I mean. Anyway. You know, I stay carrying some shit on me so that if somebody does catch a fix to run the fuck up, I'm good. Anyway, and I still got my military training, so I'm Gucci. I'm good. But I just wanted to share that little piece with you. Always love yourself first. No matter what anybody says, you are only you. You can't be anybody else. Don't try to change yourself for anybody else. Be unapologetically you. I know I hear this a lot and I try to live by it. You know, be who you are. Also know that there is a time and place for everything. If somebody gets out of pocket, sometimes you have to, show a little bit of yourself to them so they just shut the hell up and get out of your face. But you can only be you, you know. I'm getting a little dizzy, so it's time for me to go. Bye.